Todd, age 4, Hollywood, California, 1967. I've seen home movies of me as a small boy, fearlessly singing and dancing for the family. My parents thought I had enough charisma to be on TV, so they took me to Hollywood to get some headshots done. All I can remember is that I was breathless traveling to Tinseltown because I was sure we would run into Ginger from Gilligan's Island. We didn't see Ginger, but I did eventually meet Grandpa Munster at Universal Studios. And I cried for hours because he was green and old and he kissed me on the cheek. Putting that tragedy behind me, I continued to perform and got my big break at an audition for Ron Moody's production of Oliver. Walking into the audition space at the Amundsen Theater downtown LA and seeing all the other little boys that loved to sing and dance, I thought I was in heaven. Around the same time, I had a Technicolor dream that could have been directed by artist Ed Ruscha. I was at a gas station, and the terrifically tall and tan attendant came out without a shirt and picked me up and held me tight against his chest. This time, I really was in heaven, if only in my dreams. Around age 13, I became seriously concerned about going to hell. I had a growing obsession with a clandestine collection of dirty Playgirl magazines and spent endless hours fascinated by naked older men. Searching for a cure, I decided to get baptized. I burned my magazines on the backyard hibachi and then listened for hours to 18-year-old Elder Fiddle, a spiritual guide who told me baptism could get me into heaven. I thought God would take care of the gay and I could move on. After Elder Fiddle dunked me, I emerged from the water thinking everything would be different. But when I went back to the changing room, we went back to the changing room together, my spiritual guide was compelled to strip down buck naked and stand in front of me. And at my height, I'd never seen anything so beautiful before. I remember thinking to myself, well, that didn't work. I bided my time until I was 18 and then fled to New York City, where I fell in love with a classmate on the dance floor of Studio 54. Love your Grace Jones t-shirt. We were together for 8 years, but I didn't come out until my mid-20s. It was then that I moved to the other side of the camera, discovering that I had more talent writing and directing instead of performing. And we all know a first love is a mixture of heaven and hell. I learned a lot about myself, life, and my desires. I've now been with the man of my dreams for 20 glorious years, and I can say with confidence and a clear conscience, I never knew heaven could speak. My first famous person, same-sex crush, 1976, hot year, Jeff Bridges, in Rancho Deluxe and Hearts of the West. I'm Todd, and I was born this way.